Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Hey, this ain't no purse. I'm the big deals. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid at, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
Bragaro. It's the Monthful Podcast. Money Up, No Funny Up Podcast. How dare you entertain the funny without the money podcast. We litty gangington. What's up with the what's?
I'm blunt for real, dog. What are you niggas talking about? I'm blunt for real.
My man just gonna ruin my Sunday like that.
Oh, it's Sunday today? Oh, okay.
It's the
Anyway, so my man Colson Baker, my man Kells, my man MGK. Apparently he ain't done. One man gun blam. Apparently he said, "Whole lot, nigga, mulligan. Run me back my fade, nigga." That's what he want. He want to run back the fade.
It's a fact.
So MGK dropped the song "Bullets with Names," and in the chorus he goes, "I killed a goat and my jacket got stains on it," which is a reference to Eminem. And before we even break that down, here's the thing. Besides everything else, the one thing that I'm looking at this as an artist, the one thing that's really messed up, and it's got to be messed up for MGK, is Eminem will forever be the biggest thing in his career, and that is, and to a regular person that doesn't sound crazy, but to somebody who grinded like MGK grinded or tried to make it and did for all the years he did, all the losses, for his career to basically boil down to whatever Eminem wants it to be is gotta suck. He can't even. Because I thought there was a point where, okay, maybe he'll be eventually able to move past this and do stuff. But I now know that MGK will never, ever wipe this off. The Eminem beef from him. He's gonna have to do a song with Eminem. That is or the rest of his career. He can even say things that aren't even shots at M. It's gonna be that. And I'm gonna tell you, the most active MGK people that push him in the public are his detractors. Which some people be like, okay, cool, they're talking about you, but the only problem with that is if you can't eventually move on to the next one, or even if it's another person, if you can't, and you stuck on that one person and you forever tied, I hate saying this because, you can't really say it, but it's kind of like there's a brick wall, dead end, and even if it's 6 miles away, 10 miles away, you see it.
Right.
Because this is, to me, MGK's most, what's it called? Culture-shaking song since the diss track. He's dropped a lot of songs since then. And 13th Floor was the only other one before that, and that's because he says something about M. So I get it. You mentioned M, but the part that's gotta hurt is
didn't
that
M mention him on his latest album though? Didn't he say something about him? Yeah, so I mean, that's
not how that works. It doesn't matter. M can mention MGK all day because
he's the bigger person.
Yeah, and it's in his house. It's in his wheelhouse. MGK can't. Eminem can suffice an entire career with dissing people.
Yeah.
If Eminem literally just decided to talk about what he doesn't like, he can be a multi-trillionaire, right? Yeah, MGK can't.
Yeah. That's
so what Eminem did is Eminem pulled MGK into his world and won't let him go. Here's the difference. Lord Jamar handles the Eminem beef better than MGK does, believe it or not.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's no matter what they try to tie Eminem and Lord Jamar, which they're tied, Jamar always has the ability to do other things. He has other moments that are his biggest moments outside of talking about Eminem, the guest in hip hop thing wasn't even originally an Eminem topic.
Right.
So I think that's why he can do a bunch of other stuff and move around. He's never full. Even if he's attached to Eminem as his foil forever, that's not going to hurt him like MGK.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like I've been ranting, but go. You say your thing. I got a lot to say about this.
I mean, you know, I didn't feel like he was wrong for saying anything about him because, I mean, if he got mentioned, of course he's going to. And like you said, that's obviously the highlight of when he is the most talked about is when he is. So he's probably going to take the opportunity to do so. It just kind of boils down to, like, is that ever going to end? And it's probably going to be hard, like you said, because it's kind of like Jay-Z with Ether. You know, like, no matter what, people talk about Jay being a GOAT. Every interview, every publication ever, they always ask him about Ether. And, like...
until him and Nas got cool, but even then...
Yeah, but they still ask him about that. Because I want to say his last Breakfast Club interview, they asked him about that. That was a minute ago, but I feel like they asked him about that.
I don't think that's as much of a talking point anymore. I really don't.
I don't know.
I don't think that
like
Ether and... But my only thing is Jay's, it was in a different position than Nas. I mean, than MGK.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
He had enough fans on... The reason why Jamar works and Jay and Nas work is because they have enough of their own fans.
Yeah, 100%.
Who will ride against their opposition. MGK, Binge was a wake-up call to him, and he must have realized he underestimated how many
Eminem fans he had.
Eminem fans were actually his
100%.
fans. And I think he knows that. That's why at this point, these be the biggest things in his career, really.
Yeah, that's factual. That's actual factual. I mean,
and I hear him say things too, like he wants to not have that be like he wants to get over it. But then I guess it's another thing that I want to talk to. We could get into because MGK keeps saying he doesn't want to be attached to this thing.
Yeah.
But it's weird to me that he keeps bringing it up.
I mean, I think he wants to be attached. I think he just wants to be looked at in the positive light, not the negative light. I think that's what it is. Like,
you can't have it both ways, my G.
You definitely can't have it both ways, but that's what he wants.
Well, of course that's what he wants, but it's just,
I think he wants to try to prove his point on why he thinks he won.
Yes.
That's like a lot of this is like campaigning. You know what I mean?
But I also think that the reason why he brought this up on this song is because Young Thug put up that post that one day that he said that he beat Eminem. So I also
a lot of people say that though.
What?
I feel like a lot of people do say that. I mean, I don't think that, but like, there's people that chariot that. I mean, Charlemagne chariots that. I mean, I don't even know about Joe Budden. I don't know what side. I don't remember what side of the fence he stood on. But there was a decent amount of, feel like decent sized people that feel like MGK did win that battle. So, I mean,
that has nothing to do with what I was talking about. I'm saying the reason why I think that he came out and said this on this song is because Young Thug was the person that posted that.
Yeah. And
Young Thug's on the song. I think that was, I don't know. Okay, for a while I was sitting there thinking like, okay, yeah, this isn't this dude's fault. The media knows that this is going to be the most clicks that you're going to get. Now, and that's why they always bring it up to him. Now I'm starting to feel like, nah, it's Kel's. Kel's kind of one. And I don't know, like, it's like sometimes you be bipolar with this where he leans into it, then he leans out of it, then he leans into it, then he blames the media for leaning into it. Then it's just like, do you want another round? That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like he wants another round. It sounds like he wants to prove himself.
I don't know why that's funny to me, but wanting another round is so... I don't know why wanting another round to want another round. I don't know why that landed on my ears hilarious, but
he's not done.
He's not. I don't know, bruh. Like, I always tell people, when you beat somebody, there's a way you move. Because the way that rap battles work, you can't really go off of what people say, because it's always going to be the fans of this person going to say this, and the fans of this person going to say this, and whoever's the biggest going to be the biggest. Look at the way that the fans and the artist reacts. Nobody in the history of winning a battle has angrily gone to a fan base or to that artist and argued if he won the battle. For instance, nobody went to NWA. Like, NWA, no, Ice Cube didn't go to NWA, but I beat you, but I beat you, but I beat you. It's just like battle rap. People who don't watch battle rap don't get that. The reason why Murda moved the way he moved during Averett is because he knew he lost.
Facts. He
So
gets explaining himself.
Go ahead.
It's like he explaining himself.
Exactly.
Like he trying to go and make extra points on why something was dope and blah blah blah. It's like, nigga, we watch.
So when he comes out and says, "I killed a goat," I got thing on my thing. It almost sounds like trolling levels of not believing what he's saying, because it's not even like a good argument. You're just saying the thing. Like, okay, so how did you beat the goat? Because I'm not. Excuse me. Most of the stands and most of the people are going to be very irrational, and they're not going to listen to logic, right? I'm the worst person when it comes to that, because I will listen to every piece of logic you have, and that's why someone like me, if I talk to MGK, I'd be like, no, bro, you lost. I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is say that Eminem has or Eminem is known, or the people who are the most vocal or angry about M are the weirdest part of his fan base. So what you're trying to do is use them as the catalyst, right? And it would work on most people, because like, if you're not a weirdo and you look at them and they're like extra, you have an extra hate for MGK, it's going to make you want to be like you lost.
Yeah, facts.
With me, though, I'm able to drown the crowd out. Same thing with battle rap. No. I heard what you both said. Take away both fan bases. I heard what you both said.
Yeah.
MGK had a better, and I'll tell this to MGK, you had a better song in the club, right? Like, if we was in the club in the whip, cool. But here's what I keep telling people. Imagine you're watching Hollow the Don versus K-Rock. And then Hollow's, after the seatbelt and the buckle don't work, Hollow's rebuttal is bad and bougie.
Yeah.
That's where people is like, bro, you can die for the same reason you make something dope in a club song.
100%.
So if you come in and because the people will be like, yeah, and you had a better song, what you're saying is he lost. You know, and I'm the person, if I know it's true, I don't care what you say. And when you say things like, I know you're trying to quantify why he lost or how he lost. It's like, no, a better song has nothing to do with the battle, you weirdo. Because, like, we've never done that. Ether is not a good song.
It's facts.
It's just that simple. Ether's not a good song. It is a phenomenal diss track. It's a horrible song. That's simple. What did you think about the song?
Honestly, I didn't mind it. I know you hate it, but I didn't mind it. But, I mean, I'm not saying it's like, I'm not saying I didn't mind it as in, like, it's a fire diss, you know what I mean? Not like that. It's just like, nigga, I bumped that in the car, you know what I mean?
Here's my thing. And I probably have listened to more MGK, and that's probably why. Like, I had Lace Up. Like, I got Lace Up from MGK's hands. It might have been Double's hands, but I got it from EST's hands. I remember that. Here's the thing. MGK has this weird bag he gets into, which is very generic trap. And it's not because people are going to be like, I don't not like something because it's not lyrical, spiritual. No. I listen to every song different. That's why I got a page where I could do BTS reactions, League reactions, M reactions, Joyner reactions, Uzi. It don't matter because I listen to things for different reasons. I understand that I'm a hip hop head. I grew up in this. So I threw away the whole, because most M fans are going to try to, or the weird ones are going to try to pretend that this was whack because it wasn't lyrically dope. No. This was whack because this wasn't a good trap song. This sounded like a label made this song. Like the label goes, yo, you need a trap song. We got this Young Thug feature, and we got this other feature. Plug in the chorus and plug in your verse. That's what it sounded like. Organic trap music to me is like, got me a chick, got it, chick, got it, chick. He's not even really talking about the trap, but it's just like, that's mad organic. That's mad like, even Lil Baby, New York drill is basically trap music. Like it works, but like for me, it'd be the same thing. Like if there's a generic drill, just because I like a type of music doesn't mean that you can make a generic version of that music and I like it.
Yeah, I feel that. It was basic. It's just like, I mean, I'd definitely write it off. It's just, if it came on, I wouldn't change it.
I definitely would. It's one of them songs that it probably would feel like it was a 10-minute song, though, because it's literally one flow almost the entire time.
Yeah, it is. Everybody has the same flow.
And that's why I think it's extra generic of a trap song, because if you were really in this trap-ish, you would know that when you get Young Thug, it's to get a crazy melody. So when you're getting Young Thug and he not doing that, then it's almost like...
Yeah, but he don't control that.
No, but I'm saying that it's almost like Young Thug felt the genericness of this. Like... I've never heard Young Thug do a if there's one thing, I might hate what he's doing or love it, but at least he's always trying some off-the-wall, either vocals, lyrics.
I haven't heard too many Young Thug songs I didn't like. I'm going to keep it a buck. A couple, but...
I mean, that's what I literally just said.
Yeah,
I said, does it matter if I like it or dislike it? As long as he's trying something different, I respect it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That just sounded like MGK set the tone, and then he goes, oh, that's what we're doing?
Yeah, I feel that. It was a little like that. A little forced, but...
Oh, we're done the wrong.
Listen, let us know how you felt about the song. Let us know in the comment section. You think it was a fire diss? You think MGK washed up? You think he can come back? You think he can shake the stigma of M?
I'm going to tell you right now. I've covered everything about this MGK Eminem thing. I'm going to keep it above. Stans have every right to not like this nigga. Like, and I mean like the most die-hard, my tears grow cold, have every right to. Because I was making videos where I was almost like blaming them, like, yo, leave him alone. Because for a while it did seem like the Stans were putting their foot on the gas way more than he was. But now it's starting to feel like he's being like, come on, what you got? So it's like, all right, well, give him what you got then. If that's what he wants, give him what you got.
Hit him with your best shot.
Basically.
We out here, man. Let us know in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. We about to hit 7K on the channel, you know what I mean? Get it up, run it up, run it up. We out here. Bow.